Welcome back. YCN Sports Talk. Jeremy Stout, Rob Taylor, Executive Director of the Lebanon Area Chamber of Commerce, joining me. And after getting through our March Madness picks and predictions, we're back on to our final division preview of the Major League Baseball. And Rob, we got the National League West. Obviously, the National League champs, Los Angeles Dodgers, reside there. Can they do it again? Obviously, they've been hot the last few years. Any team that has Clayton Kershaw can go places. Is this another year for the Dodgers to win the West?
I actually don't think they're going to be the winners of the division. I think they'll make the playoffs. I think they've got a good shot there. But they, some of their talent has been drained. They lost some through the offseason. Yasiel Puig is out. Machado is
right, he was
off.
there for the second half of the year, yep.
And I think Clayton Kershaw is going to be beginning the season on the disabled list. So I just don't think this is their year. I'm actually betting on the Rockies to win the division.
Okay.
And we'll see if that comes to fruition. We'll be getting into that in our Salt Hill Picks of the Week.
Yeah, our picks will be coming up. But like you said, with Machado not on the Dodgers, he's kind of trading places, and he's on the Padres. Will they be able to bring up the rear, or where do they go? Is one player enough for the Padres?
I don't think so. I think it'll probably make a difference in terms of maybe 3, maybe 4 wins for them for the whole season. Clearly, it's making a difference to them in terms of ticket sales. Yeah. I've heard really good reports in terms of the impact that the acquisition of Machado has had on their ticket sales, and you could see, it's just a little bit more of a compelling reason to go. So clearly, they've had some success there, and I think that's what they were probably looking for. But I just don't think it makes them a contender by any means. Still got a ways to go to get to catch up to the Rockies and the Dodgers.
And one team we haven't even mentioned, you don't have to give it away where you picked them, but the Arizona Diamondbacks. They've kind of quietly been okay, but then they lose Paul Goldschmidt to the Cardinals. Is that a team that, maybe they'll be a surprise, maybe they'll be a sleeper team, or is this division you kind of have it Rockies and Dodgers basically above everyone else?
That's pretty much where I am, and we'll get to those picks in just a minute. But I'm not betting too much on the Diamondbacks this year.
Right, it's Diamondbacks, Giants, and Padres are kind of the bottom 3, and then like you said, the Rockies and Dodgers in some sort of order are in the top 2. So that's the last division preview. We'll be making our picks in just a short minute, and then obviously next week we'll be breaking down the American League and National League and picking our World Series participants.
It's time for the Salt Hill Pub Picks of the Week. Salt Hill Pub, honest food, perfect pints, live music, now here to serve you in 5 locations.
All right, here we are with our Salt Hill Pub Picks of the Week, and like I said, Rob and I will be breaking down or making our picks for the final division in baseball, the National League West. And Rob, we just talked about it, but here's our chance to make our picks. Who do you have bringing up the rear, number 5?
Oh, let's see. The Basement Dwellers, who used to be a powerhouse and really dominated this division, but lately just doesn't seem to have the umph or the muscle to go anywhere. I'm saying the Giants are the Basement Dwellers in this division.
Yeah, I agree with you. The Giants right there. I think for a little while they were in the sweepstakes for Bryce Harper, Manny Machado. Obviously that could have changed the direction of the franchise, but right now they're kind of in that rebuild mode, and I have the Giants. I agree with you, number 5. Who do you have number 4?
We were talking about it earlier, just basically bringing up the rear, so to speak, with a few of these teams.
Right.
I think you and I are probably going to be in agreement. It's the Diamondbacks. Not a lot of umph from them this year, and it's obviously some other teams' division to win.
Right. A couple years ago, they were up there. It looked like they maybe were going to have a resurgence and start going back up, and then they went backwards. I agree with you. It's the Diamondbacks obviously losing. Paul Goldschmidt does not help at all, so they're my number 4 team. Who do you have number 3?
Obviously, they picked up some big-name free agent talent, selling some tickets. It's not going to be enough to really make too big a difference for them in the division, but I'm going Padres on the number 3 spot.
I agree with you. I think the Padres finishing in last year and now in 3rd place this year. You're right. I think basically these 3 teams are all going to be clustered together, and anybody could finish above 500, below 500, but it's clearly these 3 teams at the bottom. Who do we have as the top 2 teams? Who do you have at number 2?
The big shocker, the Dodgers coming out of number 1 slot and falling to number 2. I'm taking the Dodgers, falling out. See what you got.
Wow, there you go. There's a little bit of an upset pick for the National League West. I disagree. I'm going to take the Rockies in my number 2 spot. I think they have some talent. Arenado obviously re-signing. Got a lot of talent. Home field advantage is huge, but I have them number 2. And obviously you're number 1.
Taking the Rockies. I think there's just been too much talent drained out of the Dodgers lineup. Obviously, it's all about that pitching, which the Rockies got some super solid pitching.
They do as well. I agree with you that the Dodgers might not be as good as last year, but I take the Dodgers to win it. So there are our picks for the final division, the National League West, thanks to Rob Taylor from the executive director of the Lebanon Area Chamber of Commerce. You can always check out the website, ycnnow.com, for all listings, and check out our Salt Hill Pub picks of the week. Thanks for watching YCN Sports Talk.